not only is a kung fu movie in my mouth with the dubbing, the swordsmanship, the flavors, the combos, it is a memory that will put you into a state of bliss until that very last morsel has been swallowed in your mouth. So
I'm gonna show you how great I am. We're not worthy.
I said, empty your mind.
I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that
woman. Now, all right. Good? Part 2 of our extravaganza that is fast food oriented. This is I was waiting for this. Is the one I was waiting for after getting my rear end handed to me for 45 minutes. I don't know. Maybe it's going back and listening to this over again. Maybe it wasn't as one-sided as I felt like it was. I need a cigarette.
The only way you win. The only way you win is if white people vote. Sorry. That's it.
I mean, but we can keep going,
white
but we're not
hippies,
going to.
If white hippie vegetarians vote for you, you will win that argument on the last episode of Whataburger versus In-N-Out. But go ahead. Sorry I interrupted.
Part 2.
So what is
the better argument?
What is this Mount Rushmore about?
The better argument, our Mount Rushmore, that goes hand in hand with the greatest burgers of all time. Because we were talking about Whataburger versus In-N-Out, not as a burger place, but as, as fast food chains. I mean, you can't have a conversation about where we go back and forth on which is better without talking about the elephant that's in the room. We touched on it a couple of times. There are plenty of other restaurants out there. There are plenty of other places that make phenomenal burgers. So, according to us, who are all knowledgeable in the subject of fast food, what are the greatest burgers of all time? Fast food burgers.
Now,
we go fast food?
There you go.
Fast food burgers.
Fast food, that's the caveat, yeah.
Just making sure, because my list was just fast food, and I'd have to do a couple of changes. But fast food burgers. The way we do our Mount Rushmore episodes, if you've never listened to one, there's plenty in the bank already. Go back, listen. Is we pick, instead of a top 5, we pick a top 4. We base them on Mount Rushmore and the 4 presidents. They rotate every week depending on how we feel. And this week it's going to be the greatest fast food burgers according to us. Now, let me pull up our great coin flip that I pulled from Google. Google, don't sue me. And we're going to see who goes first.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Here we go.
And it is very possible Google will sue you.
Heads or tails?
Tails never fails.
Here we go. It is. Oh, I can't even see that.
Okay, there it is. I guess.
Heads.
I guess I failed. All right. Go for it.
Tails.
Who is your...
Fails.
I know, right? Who is your Abe Lincoln, number 4, 3, 2, 1? Who's your number 4? Fast food burgers. Now, no dine-in burgers, no diner burgers, no mom and pop burgers. This place has to have a fast food, has to have a drive-through at the very least. Go ahead.
All right.
And no, by the way, no customizations. No customizations.
Just straight burger.
Straight up, whatever's on the menu. Number 1, number 2, whatever.
I'm going to set the example from the get-go. This is a burger that I hated growing up. This is a burger that whenever my dad would take me to a fast food place, if we went here, there was just something wrong. I've had bad feelings inside. And as I've gotten older, I've gone here periodically over the last couple of years. And I remember taking my kid, he's now 10, but he was younger. He had never been here before. And I took him and I had the burger and I sat there eating this hamburger thinking, this thing is way better than I remember it. And after asking around, it turns out it's just, this burger is so iconic that just because I didn't like it growing up doesn't mean that it wasn't a good one. And everybody that I brought this burger up to is like, yeah, man, that's one of the best there is. Burger King's Whopper.
Ooh, okay, go ahead.
Now, there was something, I was always a McDonald's guy. And whenever we'd go to Burger King, it felt like I was getting shafted. It felt like we were only going to Burger King out of convenience. Because, I mean, the prices aren't any different. I always enjoyed McDonald's hamburgers a whole lot more. So Burger King always, left a bad taste in my mouth, so to speak. But never a bad taste. There's something different about Burger King that sets it apart. When you eat a Burger King hamburger, I don't know, they say it's flame grilled. I don't know how true that is. I've never worked at a Burger King or been behind the counter, but there is a different taste to a Whopper than there is anywhere else. They've got the sesame seed bun, which you don't see very often anywhere else. I mean, it is 100% iconic. A Whopper's a Whopper.
I'm gonna go into my number 4 because it's in the same realm, and I'll critique your Whopper as well. My number 4 is actually the Double King from Burger King. Now, I understand that Burger King has had a bad rap the past 20 years, and deservingly so. But similar to the Whopper, it holds differently. You do taste, I don't know if it's an artificial flame broil thing that they put into it, or they're actually using flame broil. I never worked there. But I mean, I've heard that it's like chemicals and perfume. I've heard different things about Burger King. And what's the other one that tastes like it? Rally's Burgers, that kind of stuff. But you know what I like about what Burger King does to their burgers that is unique to me? I love the sesame seed bun. I don't know how you feel about that, but I love the sesame seed bun. It brings in texture. It brings in a nice little nuttiness flavor. What I will also say about your number 4 Whataburger is that it's the only burger I can eat with the full salad inside the burger. When I go to Whataburger, I go to McDonald's, I ask for no salad in between. I just want the patties, the cheese, and the dressing inside. That is it. But Burger King, for some reason, is the only burger where I enjoy the salad in between. It's something about the mayonnaise and the mix of the ketchup put in there that makes it nice. Now, going back to my number 4, my Double King, it is a double meat patty. Think of it like a Whopper, but with no salad. It has ketchup and mayonnaise in it, and it has bacon on the inside. Now, what I will say about bacon, here's a controversial take. Probably lose all these arguments because of this take. I don't think bacon belongs in a burger. I think bacon is great independently. I think it's great in breakfast tacos, but bacon inside a burger, I think that's a horrible contrast of flavors. So when I order the Bacon King, it has like 10 strips of bacon in it. What I actually do is I open the burger and I eat the bacon first like an appetizer. I know this is gross, but I eat the bacon first like an appetizer, and then I eat the double cheese Whopper-esque baked double Burger King independently, and it is awesome. The fries suck, but it is awesome. So that is my number 4. You got any thoughts on the Double King?
I remember when Burger King changed their fries, and yeah,
In-N-Out factor,
So Burger King,
Burger
King does taste a lot better now that I'm an adult than it did as a kid. So, and
I agree.
Hey,
I agree with you.
even I'm gonna hit you with an even bigger statement. Hot take: bacon's overrated.
Oh, I love bacon, bro. Don't get me wrong. It just doesn't belong in a burger. I know people are gonna hate you and I for saying that. When I go to Whataburger and I want a breakfast, and I get the Bob sausage. I always get it with the sausage. It's like a hamburger bun with like a fried egg and Jimmy Dean looking kind of sausage patty with the cheese on top. And you could also get it with bacon. No sausage, egg, and bacon. I'm like, bro, it doesn't hit the same.
Nope.
I'm with you, man. I think I like bacon. I'm not going to be one of these losers that gets a tattoo of a pig and call it bacon, shit like that. So I'm with you on that. Okay, what's your number 3?
All right, my number 3. I'm gonna go with the classic straight double cheeseburger from Wendy's. Square meat and all. And I'm gonna pick it
Whoa.
because of the square meat. I know it's not right. Something about meat being square screams not real. But
Okay.
when
Yeah.
Wendy's is, to me, growing up, Wendy's was on that same level as Arby's. Like, you only go to Wendy's if you're in the mood for Wendy's. But just like Burger King, as I've gotten older, Wendy's has been more alluring. Wendy's offers that In-N-Out taste, but you don't have to wait in a line because nobody waits in line at Wendy's. It's got an old school feel to it. And Wendy's burgers have an old school feel to it, and I feel like Wendy's hamburgers are always good, regardless of what time of day, regardless of how you're feeling. There's something about Wendy's that is simple in the best of ways, and that's why I went with their simple, double cheeseburger, straight 2 meat patties, square meat patties.
Isn't that the Dave burger?
Is
That's
it
the
called the
Dave
Dave
burger,
burger?
isn't it? It could be. I could be wrong. Let us know in the comments if it's called the Dave burger. Go ahead.
I like Wendy's. I like their chili. I like their frosties. I like their cheeseburgers. I don't love them. Like, I don't go out of my way to go to Wendy's, but if I'm in line at a Wendy's, I'm out with somebody and they say, "Hey, let's go to Wendy's," I'm okay with it.
The problem I have with Wendy's is that the texture of the burger seems very hard. Okay. It feels like you're eating a square hockey puck. And I get it. They all got to cook to temperature. It has to be well done. Preferably, I prefer medium temperature. But it just seems a little too hard. I think it feels like they're over pressing the burger so they can make the square patty. And to me, it provides that texture. One thing I'm down on the Wendy's, now I could be wrong on this, but I feel like they fry it in peanut oil. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I could taste like the nut. That's not a word. I could taste like the peanut flavor. I could taste the peanut flavor in the burger as well. And I think they have such great cheese that the cheese, if you have it with cheese, does camouflage that essence in the burger that I kind of I'm not really down with. I will admit Wendy's has a unique flavor. Why they have square patties? Because they don't cut corners. I think that's brilliant. That's awesome. Awesome advertising right there. But Wendy's is hit and miss. I've never really craved their burgers. I actually like their spicy nuggets more than anything. So, but this is not a nugget episode. Maybe we'll do one soon. Okay.
Can't have a whole episode of nuggets.
All right. Number 3 is a California-based burger, and it is Fatburger. Specifically, the Double King burger. It's like a half-pound cheeseburger. And let me tell you a little story. Long story short, the first time I ever went to Vegas was with family members, and everybody went to go gamble. I lost my wallet in gambling, so I was like, man, I don't have that much money left over. So let me just walk the strip alone and see what's available out there. Well, I walked from one side all the way to the other side of Vegas, and I see hidden in a little corner of a strip mall with no lights. The only light that you could see in this strip mall was coming from a kitchen. And the sign Fatburger was there, but it wasn't even lit. But I had heard about it. I know Floyd Mayweather. I'm a huge boxing guy. He used to have a boxing podcast. And Floyd Mayweather, early on in his career, would talk about going to Fatburger all the time. And I saw it, and I was like, I hate Floyd Mayweather, but I'm here. Well, let's go check it out. Let's go have a good time. So I go into the Fatburger, and it was like live in action, like the people that were in there waiting for their burger, it was like characters all over the place. The people in the kitchen were singing. It was like a club. And they took my order. I asked them, what should I get? And they're like, dude, try the Double King burger. Now, granted, I looked a lot lighter back then, so eating a double burger would have been massive for me back in the days. And I was like, okay, go for it. And I tried it, and I blocked out. Remember that scene from Ratatouille at the end when he takes a little bite and he reflects to his childhood?
His whole life
The critic?
flashes before his eyes.
When I had that burger, I took that bite. The same thing happened to when my dad used to make his home-style burgers. Oversized patties, dripping in grease back in the days. Gorgeous patties. And I was zoned in so much that all the racket, the singing, the racket from the customers, I couldn't even hear anything. It was like just an echo, a vibration, a vibrato of my jaw crunching into the burger, chewing. And I hit a state of euphoria. I didn't even know it was possible. So that is my number 3, the fat burger. I've only had it like 3 times since then. So go ahead.
You might want to get that checked.
Yeah, I definitely too.
Now, you kind of stole my whole story just now. Because
Okay.
I too had a moment. Because somebody told me once upon a time that there's a fast food place that makes arguably the greatest burger of all time. And I'd never been there. Never had the opportunity. I was never a burger guy. When we used to work together, I'm more of a chicken sandwich guy. I like chicken sandwiches, and I know it's very white of me, but
By the way, we will do an episode of chicken sandwiches, and we'll have our guest, the guy we talk about all the time, Scott, on that episode. But go ahead.
And I'm a chicken sandwich guy, so I don't go out and get hamburgers very often. So one day, this is about 2 years ago, I'm up I'm north of Dallas, and I'm driving through. There's a bougie town named Frisco. For those of you who don't know anything about Texas, and I see a restaurant, and it just so happens to be the one place that I was told has the best burgers of all time. And I thought of you, and I thought of Scott, and I thought of the conversations we've had of what makes a good burger, and I wanted to try it so bad. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, there it is. There is arguably the greatest burger of all time. I didn't go in because I don't eat burgers. Fast forward about 2-3 months later, and I'm driving through the area again. And this time I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. So I stop, and I don't know if I had the whole family or if it was just myself, but I take them into, I think I had my 9-year-old at least. I take him into Shake Shack.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Damn it.
Go ahead.
I take him to Shake Shack.
Go ahead.
And I'm like, I heard this was it. This was the greatest burger of all time.
And where did you hear that from?
Shack Burger. Because, I mean, if you're going to try it, you're going to try their regular one. Let me tell you, that moment you had when you bite into it and the world just seems to slow down for a second. I felt every part of my tongue just like rainbows. Like, I swear. You were talking about boxers. Muhammad Ali's favorite burger of all time was the Shake Burger from Shake Shack. He loved that burger. I'm kidding, I lied. I don't even know if you've ever even had a Shake Shack burger, but I figured if you like boxing, I figured I'd throw out a boxing story. But no, Muhammad Ali never. I don't know if he ever went to Shake Shack, but I did, and I'm not gonna lie, that is a game-changing burger. The only reason why it's not number 1 is because there is a better burger than the Shake Shack burger. They said it was the greatest burger of all time. It is a fantastic burger. It is amazing. The thing I loved about it the most was that bun. They have a potato bun, and like you said about that Burger King Sesame Street bun, the bun is very low key, and it not only makes or break a burger, but it can separate the quality of the burger as well. And for me, the potato bun from Shake Shack, it sold me. It was different. It's not something you see it anywhere. Like, you go to McDonald's, you go to Jack in the Box, you go to Burger King. They have a regular bun, regular bread. When you bite into a potato bun, it has a different feel. It has a different texture. The meat was great too. The burger itself was fantastic, but that's what I think they offer that other places do not is like you said with Burger King. That bun is different, and it does give you a different feel. And in this case, it's the make it and not the break it.
I'm not going to comment on that because unfortunately, Shake Shack is my number one, but not the specific burger you requested. So there'll be a little bit of a surprise for my number one. I'm going to go to my number two. And because when I get to my number one, I'll respond to your number two. Make sense? So my number two, we had an entire episode on it on Monday about Whataburger. And it is their number two with double cheese, mayonnaise, no onion, with mustard combo. Now, this burger has brought, it's not so much the flavor, because when you have this number two, if you are in the diner, in the restaurant, 9 times out of 10, 90% of the time, it is sublime. Okay, and that missing 10% inside the restaurant is you might just be a little too drunk to enjoy the burger. Even when you take it home, it carries well. Here's where I have why the Whataburger is my number two and not number one, Shake Shack, is because for some reason, what I enjoy most about the burger is that it's nostalgic to me. Where I'm from in Texas, the reason why there's so many Whataburgers in Texas, not because of the franchisees, but for every high school to connect to their local Whataburger. After every football game, volleyball game, basketball game, baseball game, doesn't matter. It could be a chess tournament. Where you go after your game is to Whataburger. You know, I remember in Little League when you would, after your baseball game, they would give you like a little juice and a little bag of chips or something like that, or a fruit, right? No, the coaches would take us to Whataburger because it's a family institution in Texas. When you bite into that burger and you feel that home style flavor that they use, you can taste it. You can taste the love. Fresh to make every time. Every time you order a burger, they're putting the red patty on the griddle and they are cooking it as the cars pass by. It's a miracle that you don't have to wait more than 5 minutes in the drive-through lane once you make your order. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. For me, the number two at Whataburger not only is a kung fu movie in my mouth with the dubbing, the swordsmanship, the flavors, the combos. It is a memory that will put you into a state of bliss until that very last morsel has been swallowed in your mouth. So that is my number two. Go ahead.
Now,
Also,
we had a whole
24
episode
hours,
on why you love Whataburger, but what you just said right now is the exact reason why my number one is my number one and why Whataburger is just a copy of everybody else. Because the idea, I mean, burgers are just made.
It's not a copy. It's an original. It's an original. Dude, go ahead. This is your time and I can take it from you. Go ahead.
The greatest burger of all time comes from California. Not Texas.
Saying that doesn't even make sense. But go ahead.
The greatest burger of all time comes from the original place that made it fresh to order. The original place that institutionalized what fast food burgers are. The greatest burger of all time is the Big Mac from McDonald's.
Okay.
Now I'll wait when you go Google where McDonald's was created because I already know.
Yeah, I've seen the movie. Go ahead.
The Big Mac from McDonald's is the most iconic burger there is. And when you talk about celebrity endorsements, it's the Nike of burgers. It's the Jordan of burgers. Jordan endorsed the Big Mac. The Big Mac is the burger. Now, I love the Big Mac. I've always loved the Big Mac. Something about the Big Mac is great. Plus, you add the fries at McDonald's. They know what they're doing. But for the 50th anniversary, my number one burger is not actually the Big Mac itself. For the 50th anniversary, they released something called the Grand Mac, which used a third-pound patty instead of a quarter-pound patty. And, if you've ever had a Big Mac, those of you at home know it's 2 patties and not just one. So you got 2 third-pound patties instead of a quarter-pound patty. That thing was gigantic. It was ginormous. It was amazing in all the most fattening of ways. And once again, just like you said, always made to order.
Look, McDonald's was peak. You want to know when they were actually peak? It wasn't in the 70s or the 80s when I grew up, or the 90s. As a matter of fact, I will say in the 80s, McDonald's was peak with their breakfast game. The breakfast game was always good, and it got to a high stratus in the 80s and early 90s. Then they fell off completely. Were they still selling mega burgers? Of course, because it was a shitty burger for a very long time. But when they hit peak was in the early 2000s to about 2010-ish, where they had their dollar menu. Remember that? Their dollar menu was off the hook. It was beautiful for the time when the economy collapsed and we could afford dollar burgers. I remember Jack in the Box had their own Jack in the Box burger. They were trying to copy the same thing. Whataburger could not do it. Why could not Whataburger not do it? Because their ingredients were more expensive. They were cooking fresh. It's more pricier to hold fresher patties. And we all learned that McDonald's patties are just, vacuum sealed and very fast and quick to order, and they could last longer, that kind of thing. So Whataburger could not afford the dollar menu. But the McDonald's dollar menu in that time, it was the best. You got the 6-piece nuggets for $1. You got the double cheeseburger for $1. Double cheeseburger for $1. I mean, I remember growing up, and that time I was in my mid-20s, and my friends and I, we used to work the graveyard shift, and we would get out like at 3 or 4 in the morning. We would go play basketball at the local park till like 5 or 6 in the morning when the sun is coming up. And then we would get a bunch of breakfast sandwiches that were also for $1. And sometimes if we got out of work early, we would get the double cheeseburgers. When we would go clubbing, we would get double cheeseburgers. I mean, it was a great time to be alive. And not to mention their drinks, any size was $1 as well. And I will say this about McDonald's. McDonald's to this day, are their fries the best? Yes. What I will also say is that their fountain drinks are the best in the world. Get the regular Coke, get the regular Sprite. It'll blow your mind when you go to McDonald's. So I'm cool with your number one being McDonald's. Okay. I'm actually supporting that answer. But my number one goes back to your number two, which is also Shake Shack. And specifically the double. The double from Shake Shack. There is something about that potato bun that turns me on, man. It looks like a smile. It looks like a jaw being wide open, because the other side, the back side of the potato bun is not completely severed. You got to do that with your teeth. And when you bite into that smash burger, it feels like a smash burger with that beautiful, gorgeous layer of golden cheese lapping over the edges of the patties. Not only is it aesthetically gorgeous, but nothing but flavor. I think it comes from New York. New York, they got it right. I actually trust them with flavor versus California, sorry. And to me, the double from Shake Shack is my number one. That potato bun sets it off to another category. I think that potato bun that they use has personality. I think when you go to Shake Shack, if you go with friends or you go alone, you're having a conversation with that patty in your mouth as you are devouring every single morsel of flavor going down your esophagus until you poop it out 4 to 5 hours later, hopefully. So that is my number one. You have any critique? Go for it.
No. In fact, Shake Shack started out as a hot dog cart.
Yeah. I think like 20 years ago, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, way before I even hit puberty. I'm kidding. I'm older than that. Yeah. No, I agree. I had Shake Shack on mine. Like I said, it was a game changer. It took me a long time to give it a try, because to me, when I would drive past Shake Shack, it always seemed a little bit more expensive.
It is. It is.
So, I mean, if I'm going to stop for a burger, I'm used to the McDonald's, I'm used to the Burger King, I'm used to the Jack in the Box. Like you said, that the dollar menu, something about going in and spending $11 on a burger when it's supposed to be fast food.
Fast food. Yeah, yeah.
But Shake Shack was worth
It's outrageous.
Shake Shack's worth it. What I do like about our two lists, besides us overlapping on Shake Shack, is it's such an eclectic taste. We had Wendy's, we had McDonald's, we had Shake Shack. You had Whataburger. I mean, Whataburger's, it's different in its own. It's different in its own. I mean, there's a lot of different ways of making a burger, it turns out, in the United States of America. And just because you can make a burger doesn't make it good. There's plenty of places out there that make hamburgers or cheeseburgers, and they didn't make our list. They didn't even get an honorable mention. Speaking of honorable mentions, I do have one.
Okay,
the greatest burger of all time. Yes, it's not a fast food place. That's why I couldn't add it on my list, but I have to throw it out there because I will not lie to you. This is my favorite place to get a burger. So I have to at least let the people know. Red Robin is my favorite burger place.
Okay.
I love Red Robin. They do specialty burgers. Obviously, I don't think Red Robins have. I don't think I've ever seen a Red Robin with the drive-through. But they do the specialty burgers. I remember they had an Elvis one back in the day where it had the big old pepper.
Banana and peanut butter?
No.
It was the pepper. Yeah.
It had a pepper, and it was spicy. And I really because I like spicy stuff. I grew up, close to the border. We like our spicy stuff. And something about that burger with the pepper, a little bit of zing, a little bit of zip. They have legitimate patties, real meat, because it's a real restaurant. They have the steak fries. I love steak fries. All you can eat steak fries. Red Robin is my favorite burger place.
My honorable mention, I like Red Robin. I had when I graduated college, that's where I had my dinner at Red Robin. I was going through a burger phase. Still am, by the way. But I'm going to go with Freddy's Old Fashioned. They're like a wannabe knockoff of In-N-Out. They got great shakes. They got a good hot dog. They got very good burgers, like a smash burger, old-fashioned smash burger. Very solid, 95 over the plate, like our homeboy Scott likes to say. That is my honorable mention. Now, before we sign off,
they've been building Freddy's all over the place up here.
Yeah.
So
it's good. It's good. They actually do a strip of pickle to cover the entire patty.
I'm out.
Over there.
I'm out. As soon as you said pickle.
Well, you can say no pickles, brother. You can say no pickles.
You like the phallic-y shapes up and around your face.
Yes, I agree. I won today's argument, our Monday episode, Whataburger versus In-N-Out. You know why I won that episode? Because In-N-Out was nowhere near your top 5.
I specifically steered away from it because in the past we've never included.
Throw it in there. This is your Mount Rushmore.
So
this is Mount Rushmore, buddy. This is where if you go to the heaven gates, you only have 4 burgers with the honorable mention. Which ones are you going to take with you?
I never even considered putting In-N-Out in there. I was like, that's off limits because we just talked about
it's not that good. You don't want water. You don't want more. You don't want water when you go to heaven.
I definitely would have put In-N-Out over Wendy's. Just gonna throw it out there. You know it. I know it. We all know it.
So In-N-Out's your number 5 or your number 4? Yikes!
In-N-Out would have been Wendy's was my number 3. I would not say I love McDonald's. That the Big Mac is it's so good. And you had Shake Shack as number 1. So it's like In-N-Out, Shake Shack, In-N-Out, McDonald's. I mean, if I had to pick one or the other, just between you and I and all the people listening or watching right now, I'm going McDonald's over In-N-Out. They're both California. Can't go wrong. California places is what it is.
I like Shake Shack so much. I've said on previous episodes, I've been blessed enough to travel the world. And when I want a burger, the best fast food burger I've had is in the Philippines. And it's Shake Shack in the Philippines. It's like a little bit of a different taste than the one I used to eat in Dallas when I lived over there. Dude, I don't know what it is, but it's amazing. And it's beautiful too. When I go there and I want a burger, I go Shake Shack all the time in the Philippines. So, you have any final statements before we log off here?
Oh, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. That's my final statement. I know.
Okay.
It's not time for a burger, but I may have to pull out the grill tomorrow and make myself some hamburgers.
Send a picture and post it on the episode when you edit this bad boy.
I'm gonna have to make that happen. For the sake of content, for the sake of argument, my grilled burger is better than all the burgers we just talked about.
I'm going to do what I always do to my students when they're being silly. That's what I'm going to say.
Sorry, when you're as good of a cook as I am, it's just...
Dude, you're white. You can't be that good of a cook.
I'm half Mexican, for those of you that don't know.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's only half as good. All right. Very good. Very good. Very good. All right. So go ahead, like and subscribe, comment. We got a lot of subscribers this week. We appreciate that very much. To my few students that are listening out there, do your homework and go to bed.
Hopefully none of my students are listening. This is definitely too much for them.
All right, my man. Well, until next week. Thank you for watching.
Hopefully I don't get wiped next week.
It's not going to happen. Well, yeah.
I know you're right. It's not going to happen. I'm going to come back with a better argument next week.
I'm going to show you how great I am. We're not worthy.
I said, empty your mind.
I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.